Open, the premier bare-knuckle full-contact karate tournament in the world today. All over the globe are in Chicago to compete in a ring where there is no place to run and nowhere to hide.
Japan's Kenichi Sato and Jerry Morris. Morris is a world Thai kickboxing champion from the tiny island of San Martin. Sato is 5'9", 153 pounds, and 30 years old with only 3 years experience. Morris, although he's only 25, has 12 years experience in the Shidokan art. He is 5'10" and 154 pounds, so they're even in those respects. And now on to first round action.
Time ready.
Sato closes, opens up with low kicks, attacking the body.
1, 2, 3.
Morris throwing knees. Sato seems more the aggressor.
Morris is very fluid, though, with that kick that you just saw.
A smooth fighter.
Morris is a
He
world
looks like he
champion
exerts
and
just a
Thai
little, not even
boxer.
hardly any energy in those
Daniel
kicks.
coming in aggressively.
Doesn't move his body much, just seems to spring with that leg, Pat.
Oh, Morris with a kick to the head. Sato's down.
No score.
No, judges rule it a slip. No score.
Still, Pat, you know that those kicks look like second nature to Morris.
Yeah, Morris
Those
working the
legs
legs,
can do
trying to break down
extensive
the legs.
damage
We've already
as
seen him
time
go high
goes
to the head
by.
with a roundhouse.
You talk about that fluid energy that just doesn't waste much. That looks like
also
Morris to
create
me. It
openings
looks
for
like
the
he really
knockout.
knows what he's doing.
And that's very important, Johnny, in a competition like this where there's so many rounds and so many opponents that lie ahead.
1.
Morris is working a lot of different techniques. Punches to the bodies, kicks to the legs, and he's slipping the knee every now and then. Those knees will knock you out. Sato, however, is closing. He's pressing the
So
fight
far,
on the
two evenly
inside.
matched fighters.
You know, it's almost as if, Pat,
Fighting
that Morris is
aggressively
using his
this
hand
evening.
and his leg at the same time.
1, 2. The lightweight division, 156 and below.
This is the lightweight division, 156 pounds on down.
2, 3, break.
Morris mixes it up nice. Those kicks to the legs and then slipping the knees to the body.
Not to say that the Japanese fighter isn't strong. He keeps at him.
Both fighters staying busy, pressing the fight. No let up.
Morris has a little boxer's profile in those left and rights to the body.
That is the end of round 1.
You know, kind of like reaching in underneath to get to those ribs. That's the end of round 1 here in the lightweight division preliminary between Jerry Morris and Kenichi Sato of Japan.
Some good action that round, no scoring. Both fighters feeling each other out. Both fighters starting to wear each other out.
I don't see any heavy breathing, Pat, on Morris's side. He must have some kind of a grand plan. He knows exactly what he's doing.
He's a composed fighter. He was busy, he was effective, but yeah, it seems he has a whole lot left.
Didn't seem to waste much energy. I tell you, I look for him to go far. I think he's one of these new stars in U.S. Shidokan action. But now we're getting ready for round 2 with a very composed-looking Jerry Morris versus Kenichi Sato of Japan. Sato in the red corner, Morris in the blue.
Sato
Round
closes
2.
with a jumping front kick. Morris slips it real easily. Oh, and Sato's pressing. You see a lot of punches. The action's picking up.
Morris is keeping him off, though, with those kicks, just like a jabber in boxing.
That's exactly it. He's working the distance, holding Sato back.
You said it, working the distance. That's exactly right.
Fighters sitting to feed off each other's aggression.
And Sato's pressing Morris backwards. Dangerous to be moving backwards in this sport. That's when you can get hit. That's when you can get knocked out.
I think especially with that Japanese participant, because he just looks strong, and he looks like he wants to do damage.
Morris is throwing the hands to the body and breaking down the legs on the outside with the roundhouse.
Sato's punches look strong to the side of the body, to the ribs there. You think that's wearing, if it is wearing Morris down, he doesn't show it. I think this Morris, Pat, looks like the most scientific of all the fights we've seen tonight.
Well, he seems seasoned. You did mention he has 12 years experience. Oh, fighters close now. Seems they're putting a little bit more on the roundhouse kicks, throwing a little bit harder. Oh, Sato throws a high roundhouse kick. It did not have any effect on Morris. No point.
I thought I detected a little limp in his walk, but Sato seems to be okay. Looks mean, though. Man, I'd be afraid to even look at him.
Sato seems to be throwing a little bit wild with the hands, a little bit less focus. Might mean that he's getting a little tired.
As you know, 3 seconds of holding both one- and two-handed are permitted.
Sato's heads are going back and forth like it's really making an effort. I think Morris is taking a toll on this guy. You know, there are no points, I don't think, but you can tell the difference between the stamina or the look in the boxer or in the kickboxers.
The fight is
Sato
taking
seems
a
a
toll
little
on
bit
both
more tired,
fighters.
but yet he's still the aggressor. He's still pressing.
Well,
And
that's
now we
the
go
end
to
of
10
round
ounce
2.
gloves.
And there's that roundhouse to the head. Sato slips. No points either way.
Beginning Morris in his corner. Looks pretty lean.
See action from the second round there. Typical. Both fighters real busy with their hands to the body.
Jerry's got that Tommy Hearns look, and he looks like he means business. Both guys tie up.
So you see we're in the boxing glove rounds now. Rounds 3 and 4, 10-ounce boxing gloves. Face is a live target.
We're going to the head with these 10-ounce gloves.
Just as in the earlier fight, the action picks up.
A lot of action, no points yet.
Ooh,
Nice right hand by Jerry Morris. Another left and a right.
Morris connects, but does not score.
Sato's hands a little bit low.
Morris' scoring looks really at home in those boxing gloves.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, Morris trying to throw the knee.
Nice right hand by Morris. A left, good combinations. Another set of combinations. A good left hand. And he's got Sato on the corner. Sato can't get off. He's just kind of frantically pawing with that left foot. But Morris is closing in, and boy, this guy knows how to throw.
Sato's trying to fight back.
I think what we're seeing is Jerry Morris' Thai boxing experience coming into play. Sato, the more traditional fighter, hands a little low, doesn't seem quite as comfortable.
Taking their toll.
Morris has still got him in the corner, comes in there with
Morris
an
connecting again with an
uppercut. Sato,
uppercut.
it looks a little bit bumpy, kind of looks trembling with that head. I think those blows took a lot more out of him than you might think would happen. He looks a little bit more hurt, Pat. There's a left and a right, a good left and a right by Jerry Morris.
Sato with a spinning back fist, ineffective.
Morris with a left hook.
Sato
Morris with another left. Morris with a left and a right, a good combination. He straightened up Sato, and now Sato's gone back from those punches. Reeling a little bit, good left
Morris
hand.
answering
That
back.
staggers Sato. He's coming in there. Morris is coming in with lefts and rights, and another left, and a right, and a left, and a right. He's got him against the ropes. He's got Sato right where he wants him. Left and a right. Action kind of closes down a little bit with all that punching. You would seem that they would get tired, and now they go to grappling and punching around with the knees.
Morris is working the hands, and he's trying to bring the legs and the knees into it, working towards the knockout.
Now, you know how Sato was tired. You see when he threw that punch, he lifted up his knee just to get that punch off the ground. There's a left and a right, but Morris is covered up. He's smooth, that Tommy Hearns-looking guy, and that ends the round.
So far, no score.
And we're seeing overhand right on the jawline. Another overhand right. Sato's feeling those. He's reeling back.
You know, when you look at Morris's feet, you know when he throws those left and right, he doesn't lift up his feet, which means he's getting full power on those punches. He's long and lean anyway, so he's got a lot of leverage, and I like his bone structure. This kind of guy could be a lightweight, or he could even be a middleweight, a light heavyweight, something like Tommy Hearns. Skinny but big bones, a lot of room to grow, and still fluid.
Coming into the fourth round.
Pat, he doesn't even look like he's taking a deep breath. Morris is leaning against that rope, just calm as you please. He thinks he's got this fight right where he wants it. Getting ready for round 4.
Sato hasn't made it easy so far. He's pressing the fight. He's catching a lot of punches in the face. He's still pressing the fight.
Well, they've got to come up with some points soon, because I just don't think that Sato can hang in there too much longer, because he's throwing a lot of punches.
Oh, Sato scored with an overhand right there, moving Morris back. And again, that moving backwards dangerous.
There's Morris with a left and a right. fighters hold up. Sato is strong. He's
Neither
probably
fighter
the
willing to
stronger
give up.
brute strength of
I
the
think
two,
this was going
but
all the
Morris
way.
has got that leverage. There's a left right through Sato defenses.
And Morris seems to have a little bit more technique. He's using the hands and he's breaking it up with the legs.
And you know, Sato is moving a lot of his body to throw punches. He seems to be tight, or else he's mustering up energy from somewhere. Good right hand and left hand by Sato, but Morris shakes it off. Morris comes back with a right foot and a left jab to the face.
Yep, Morris working the knees. You hear the referee counting. They're only allowed to hold and grapple for 3 seconds.
Talk about action, Pat. Now Morris is getting a little bit of this stuff, and he looks a little bit huffy and puffy here.
Well, I think Morris is starting to wear out a little bit.
Connecting. Sato
Nice right hand
up.
by Sato, but it doesn't affect Morris. Lands flush, but doesn't even move him back.
Well, Morris scoring with a lot of lefts and rights. A lot of contact to the head and face.
See that leverage on Morris is just taking its toll.
Nice connect to the body.
Sato
from
is strong.
Morris.
Sato's strong. He's still moving forward.
And you know, you remind the fans that there are no points in this thing yet.
Now, this is still a 0-0 fight. This is anyone's bout.
Where else are you going to find this kind of boxing or kickboxing or whatever kind of martial artistry with no decision? This is going to be a fight to the death, so to speak. Somebody's going to go down, and for a minute there it looked like because Sato's got good, strong hands, and he came through with the left and the right. But Morris still stood straight up.
2, 3, break.
Fighters wearing out a little bit, still throwing a lot. Sato with a left, right.
But you know, when you look at it, that's the end of the round. And when you look at it, although Sato is just coming through left and right, Morris shows no emotion here. None of the effects of the bout. Round 5 and 5-ounce gloves next. Pat, I don't believe this, what's coming up. They're going from 10-ounce gloves to 5-ounce gloves. What's happening? What's this all about?
Johnny, the Shidokan tournament's all about identifying and finding the best overall fighters. In the early 2 rounds, we saw the best bare knuckle technique. We went to the boxing gloves and we saw a lot of boxing technique. Now while the boxing technique stays live, punches to the head are legal, we open up the grappling aspect of the sport.
Well, I don't know about grappling, but with 5-ounce gloves and with the way these guys are punching, I don't think that this thing is going to go much longer. There's a left
and there it is.
Right
Morris
hand.
drops him with an overhand right.
A hard right hand.
I think that's going to be the first of it.
Is that it?
I mean, Sato is bleeding big
three-point
time.
right there.
And
That's a
That's a 3-point knockdown.
it won't be long.
Morris coming hard with the
No,
leg kick.
That's it.
The fight is over. And your victor.
And that's a
Jerry
knockout.
Morris.
Sato's not responding. Sato's still down, fighting to his feet. Oh, a big knockout. First of a lot we're going to see here.
No, I'm going to pat myself on the back, Pat, because I thought that throughout the fight that when it came to boxing that Morris was the smoothie and he was going to win. But I didn't think he'd have to take it like this. 5-ounce gloves. That's
Jerry
murder.
Morris.
But that's Shidokan.
That's exactly it, Johnny. That's Shidokan. Hard, well fought. Sato did a great job, and Morris just a little bit too strong with the punches. Drops him one with an
The
overhand
final
right there.
preliminary lightweight fight.
It was the first knockdown.
next.
And you'll see he opens it up with a roundhouse to the leg. Then nearly puts him down. Another overhand right. Boom. Sato's down. Sato's knocked out.
Up next in our last semifinal bout, Sam Martinez, Jerry Morris. Our next bout
Caribbean Jerry Morris
features
and
Sam
Quebec, Canada.
Martinez, Jerry
Louis
Morris
Bouchard.
against Canada's Louis
St. Martin
Bouchard.
versus Canada.
Both fighters coming off impressive early
A
round
truly
victories
international
in
event.
their preliminary bouts. Morris is 5'10", 154 pounds, 25 years old with 12 years experience, and he practices Shidokan. Bouchard is 5'8", 150 pounds, 31 years old with 10 years experience, and he practices Kyokushin.
You ready? You ready? Hey, Adrep!
Okay, and the action begins. The Canadian starts off with low kicks to the leg, to the body, closing with the hands.
2, 1.
Working towards a toss, working towards a throw. Not clean enough to score any points.
No score.
Morris's strategy has not yet revealed itself. He's grappling around, reaching a little bit with the leg.
3,
He stays remarkably calm. We saw that in his earlier fight. He just plugs away. Nothing seems to bother him. Boom, knockout. And there the Canadian is with an axe kick. We see that sometimes from the Canadians. Tremendous technique, didn't score.
Stop. 1, no. Out.
Fighters back into live action. Kicks to the body.
Morris stays with his back to the ropes. A few jabs. Some short kicks.
One.
Morris stepping in, driving the knees, working it, working it. You really see the action pick up once they lock up.
Nice left to the body by the Canadian.
Oh, little slip there. Looked like he was reaching forward, wanted to grab Morris, maybe take him for a ride. Takedown didn't work. Oh, and the Canadian seems flustered. That knee might have connected.
Point scored.
Point scored. That was a 1 point for stopping his momentum. A solid blow. Morris leads 1-0 over the Canadian Bouchard.
Morris doing a lot of kneeing, more so than he did before, because he seemed to have taken out his first opponent on a lot of the boxing punches.
Oh, and look at that. You see a lot of different knees. Morris working for the throw. No good. He went down with him. Wasn't clean enough. I was saying Morris throwing a lot of...
Nice right
with a
foot.
roundhouse
Left
kick.
foot.
Oh, an axe kick.
Morris.
Doesn't do anything. Coming back with a spinning back kick. Although 2 of those 3 blows landed, didn't seem to do anything. Canadian now throws, not clean enough to score a point.
No score.
Referee brings them back to their feet.
This Canadian is a tough guy. He looks strong with his punches and determined, but he just somehow looks experienced the way he works his way around Morris.
End of round 1.
And that's the end of round 1. Morris finishes the round with a strong barrage of knees. Pat making the fight so far.
As you say, Johnny, Morris finished strong with those knees. He did score with one of
Morris
those
leads
knees.
it 1-0.
Leads the fight 1-0. Bouchard, however, a very strong fighter. Fighting out of Canada, one of the Kyokushinkai fighters. Typically, the Kyokushinkai fighters, a lot of strong techniques. The low roundhouse kicks, the spinning hook kick we saw earlier, the axe kick. It's anyone's fight at this point.
Bouchard getting ready to come out for the second round, paying attention intently to the instructions of his corner man. Morris still looking like he's a quarterback at a football game, and this is halftime.
He's taking his instruction from his coach, Christian Perrault.
All right, let's get ready for round 2. Go!
To start
Lightweight
around 2,
semifinals.
Bouchard comes out in a boxer stance.
Morris with the 1-0
Dances a
lead
little
to start
bit,
round 2.
tries a reverse kick.
Spinning back kick followed up by an axe kick. Neither one connects. Follows and connects with the roundhouse kick to the leg.
Go, guys.
Morris counters, jabbing out that front snap kick, creating distance, fighting his own fight. Bouchard closes. Both fighters on the ground.
That's a no score.
No score, no clean technique there. Attempts the axe kick, follows up with a reverse punch. Hip toss. Hip toss. Let's see what the judges say.
1 point.
Clean enough. 1
1
point.
point
1
score.
point for sure. We have a tie fight at this point.
Bouchard
Axe
looking-
kick, not clean enough, no point.
No score.
I go.
It's tied up
Bouchard looking
1-1.
impressive when he gets in close, starts using that wrestling style. I think it's the only way he can really take on this guy, Morris.
Yeah, he seems a little bit more comfortable in close, whereas Morris seems to prefer the distance.
And that's where Bouchard wants to go. He closed just then on Morris, but Morris broke it up.
Bouchard with the front kick, with the side kick, driving his opponent back.
1-1 tie. Come on, let's hear it for these guys, huh?
Tries the front kick, not enough to get there. Morris following up with the knees. Knees to the middle, knees to the outside, knees to the leg, knees to the body. Bouchard's in trouble,
hear it, come
driving
on.
him back, knees. Referee separates them. No points awarded, but Bouchard took a little bit of a beating in that. Might have taken a little wind out of his sails.
You know, it was interesting how Morris took Bouchard's strategy, turned it right around against him, and took it to his advantage. He's elusive.
Morris moving in, Bouchard bouncing. Oh, a big spinning hook kick
Bouchard
off the mark,
missed.
didn't score, but that's a knockout if it lands.
You know, Pat, all those roundhouse kicks, do they take their toll in conditioning?
Everything you see there, any contact that a fighter experiences is going to wear him down as the rounds go on. The swelling kicks in, the tightness, the soreness. There it is, a round kick, good example of it. Kicks to the legs, kicks to the body.
2, 3 seconds. No.
And again, Morris finishing up strong with strong
And
knee
that's it,
attacks.
round 2.
Here we are at the end
Tied
of
up.
round 2. The
Morris
score
and
knotted
Bouchard
1-1.
1-1.
Round 3, and we go to the 10s. You know, Pat, I just wanted to mention that it looks like Morris is probably the best all-around fighter that we've seen so far. I mean, he can box, he can kick, he can grapple.
1-1 tie, round
He just
3.
seems to
Let's
have
hear
all the
it.
skills.
Yeah, he seems to be mixing it up from fight to fight. It'll be interesting to see if they'll be able to exert that now.
Why do you say exert that now? Because Bouchard is so strong?
Well, now we're into the gloves, and now we'll see if he can go to his hands and make it work for him. Axe kick by the Canadian,
Morris going
misses.
straight for the head.
And you're right, there Morris
Very
is with good
comfortable
punching
with those
technique.
10
He's mixing
gloves
it
on.
with his kicks. He's going low, he's going high. The knees are still going. He's
Those
chasing.
punches are strong, Pat. They're strong, and they're forcing a very strong Broussard to retreat.
He's working the knees there in the clinch. His hands are cupped up. No alternative but to go to the legs. Front kick, keeping the Canadian off, creating the distance. Canadian closes with a jab. No effect.
And Morris makes it hard to hit you, too, when you're boxing. I would say he's got a lot of the advantage here, and there he goes using his knees again and driving Broussard back into the ropes.
Yep, spinning back kick, misses off the mark. Calls up his left jab, misses, coming back with the roundhouse. The roundhouse is still working. Roundhouse kick to the leg is still scoring.
Broussard is strong with his punches, but they're off to the side. They're not really scoring on the numbers. But as you may have experienced, wherever they go, they may hurt you.
That's right. If it touches you, it can hurt you. It'll take a little bit of you. Morris mixing it up. Hands, feet. The Canadian with a roundhouse kick. Axe kick misses. He's throwing some tremendous techniques. He's just not closing. He might not be comfortable getting too close to Morris.
You know what? Morris looks in a way like the Ali strategy because he's getting his opponent to miss.
A very elusive fighter, very difficult to hit, it seems. He steps in with a side kick, driving side kick, not strong enough, and back to the knees. We're close to that means we're driving the knees.
Morris doesn't look nearly as tense as Broussard. You know, that takes away from your power when you...
Johnny, that's so important. Axe kick drops on the shoulder, not strong enough, no point, no effect. Left jab, good roundhouse kicks to the leg. And again, those legs swell up, they tighten up. It's awful hard to throw the high kick.
That's
All right,
the end
round
of
three.
the
Still
round.
tied up at one.
Johnny, we spoke earlier about the conditioning. Now, conditioning is probably going to pay off, and in the late rounds, what we're seeing here is a very well-conditioned Morris. Broussard, conditioned as well, but it seems the advantage there to Morris.
Round four, 1-1.
1-1 tie.
Morris throwing the jabs, left, right, coming back with the right roundhouse kick. Not a lot on Morris's kicks. Hands are a little bit more crisp, but not a lot on the kicks. The knees are strong, however. Driving the knee, driving the knee, driving the knee, driving the knee.
Break. Let it go.
That'll wear Broussard out as well when he's cupping behind his neck, pulling his head down. Axe kick catches him up, sets him up for that roundhouse kick to the leg.
Morris getting in close with his opponent, doing a few lefts and rights, falling short a little bit himself.
Round four, 1-1
It's a kind of contest of misses here right at the moment, but now they're in close, and Morris comes with
Morris
the kicks.
working the knees up the middle, working the knees to the leg.
You know, so far, Broussard cannot get through to Morris.
I think you're right, Johnny. I think that's what we're seeing. There's a knee up the front, roundhouse kick to the leg,
Broussard
knee to the
connecting.
leg, kick to the leg. They're really beating each other up low.
Nice right hand by
returns
Morris.
fire.
Oh, he knows he needed the head.
Broussard bends over. Another left
Knees
by
to the
Morris.
head.
Shakes Broussard's
Not
head from
scoring,
left to
though.
right. Broussard tries to counter. Good kick to the face by Broussard. Now he's in the corner, and Morris goes to work with punches and kicks. There's a left and a right combination, a left and a right, and a left and a right again, and a kick. And there goes Morris with a left and a kick and a left.
And Broussard seems to be running out of gas a little bit. Oh, look at that. Judo throw,
1 point.
shoulder throw.
Broussard
Clean enough. That's 1
taking
point
a
for the
2-1
Canadian.
lead.
Takes the lead 2-1.
You can never count out the fox in the hunt.
Morris coming right back with strong knees, tie knees, looping from the outside in, driving to the body, driving to the head.
And you know, Morris has some strong arms there because when he's pulling...
And knees to the body, knees to the body. Left to the head, and he's down.
Knockdown.
Right hand shot to the chops, and Broussard,
Morris
who looked impervious,
with
is
the
having
knockout.
a hard time getting up.
Morris
He's
with
not
the
getting up.
knockout.
And your winner
Jerry
by
Morris
knockout,
from St. Martin.
Jerry
Moving on to the
Morris.
finals.
Jerry's going to the finals. Winner over Louis Broussard, a tough French-Canadian. Here in the semifinal bout of the lightweight division of the 1995 U.S. Shidokan
Here we go.
Open.
That's the shoulder throw. Scored 1 point. Broussard took the lead on that. Morris came
we got
back
a new
strong,
referee
driving.
getting in the ring.
Broussard catching a lot of punishment. That was the beginning of it. Morris coming in with the left, right, drops him.
All right, entering the ring, the new referee.
Another look at tremendous
President of
finish by
US
Jerry Morris.
Shidokan, Eddie Yoshimura.
Now we've arrived at the moment you've been waiting for. The 18-year-old from Nice, France, Ralph Kakrab, against the Caribbean Shidokan champion, San Martin's Jerry Morris. Morris 5 feet 10, 154 pounds, 25 years old with 12 years experience. Kakrab from Nice, 5 foot 8 inches tall, 143 pounds, 18 years old, and only 3 years experience. The fighters are entering the ring, and we've got a gem for you. 18-year-old Frenchman Raouf Kakrab, who staged a stunning upset by defeating former champion and veteran Rafael Linares. But he's going to meet his match tonight with a very cunning Caribbean Shidokan champion, Jerry Morris. Pat, what do you think about this fight?
Johnny, I think we have a real exciting matchup coming up here. Raouf Kakrab, definitely the more unorthodox of the two fighters. He likes to close. He likes to throw the knees in close to the body, to the head. That was his success with Linares in the semifinal bouts. Morris, on the other hand, far and away the more balanced fighter. Strong leg attack, strong hand attack, was able to finish off 2 opponents earlier this evening with knockouts. The third man in the ring this evening is Miyuki Miura, chief instructor from U.S. Oyama Karate in Oak Park, Illinois.
All right, we're getting ready for the action.
Both fighters, a lot of concentration, a lot of intensity. A lot of training brought them to this point. It all comes down to the rounds, what they're able to do, what they're able to let loose with.
You know, it's interesting, Pat, but they kind of look alike. They kind of have the same build. I mean, they're both long and wiry.
And we're
All right. First round action.
Both fighters working in close, opening up with body punches. And there it is, Kakrab trying to close, trying to control the head, trying to drive the knee.
You know, his strategy is becoming very obvious, but he's got a guy in Morris who can do this stuff too. He likes to be close, but he can also fire from afar. So it's going to be a tough match for this 18-year-old.
That's it. Morris driving with the punches, trying to not give Kakrab the opportunity to come in close, to drive those knees, to use his favorite weapon. Kakrab attacking with the leg attack, low kick, low kick. There he is, he's close grabbing again.
How do you stop that, Pat?
Well, I think the trick is don't let him get in there. Don't let him play to his strong suit. Break him down before he gets to you.
You know, there's a good kick by the Frenchman, but Morris counters with one of his own.
They close again. Morris is comfortable on the outside. He's comfortable on the inside. He doesn't seem to mind hooking up with Kakrab, trading knee for knee with him.
Well, I think Morris kind of outnumbers Kakrab in his terms of his tactics. The Frenchman doesn't punch as well, but Morris can kick with him.
That's exactly it. There it is. More knees. Tiny coming from the outside. What we might be seeing is a little intimidation as well on the part of Morris. You know, coming on with Kakrab, he's like, if you want to go inside, I'll go inside with you. You want to go muscle to muscle, I'll go muscle to muscle with you.
You know, Morris parries those punches like a boxer. His elbows are tucked in, and he keeps all those punches to the outside. Reminds you of Tommy Hearns.
There it is. Good knee attack to the midsection. Bending Kakrab back, brings him to the mat. Referee calls no point. Not clean, not a clean enough technique to score.
You know, I think that Morris is so much stronger than his opponent.
Big uppercut to the body.
He's stronger than his opponent because I think he can go either way. He can go lightweight, he can go welterweight. He just has that frame that's thin and wiry, but leaves a lot of room to go. That's the end of the first round, and we got a score of 0-0.
There's a lot of focus going on there on the part of both fighters. Again, a lot of hard work to get him here. You know, they're not going to hold anything back.
Here we are, round 2 of this lightweight championship bout.
Kakrab closes again. Again, they're grappling. It's a wrestling match. It's a challenge of strength. Kakrab with the leg kicks. Morris returning tie kicks to the midsection, tie kicks to the kidney area.
Well, that's kind of second nature to a Thai kickboxing champion.
2 knees to the midsection.
Still no score. A lot of strong technique, a lot of punishment going on. No score yet. Fighters close, grappling.
Taking advantage of the 3-second
Kakrab slides forward. Morris driving him back to the midsection with knees.
Referee breaks the two, and the Frenchman comes at his larger opponent here.
There Kakrab was with a new technique, a different technique, throwing the roundhouse high. He's not especially talented, it seems, with the high kicks, but he mixes it up a little bit. Oh, there Morris is with a hip toss, rolling around on the ground. Not clean technique, no score.
but he's getting worn out. Now Cockrab is trying to kind of wear him out there by adding a little weight of his own, making Morris lift him and getting up also.
That's a good point, Johnny, and that's an important thing to consider. It's not only the points, it's the punishment you take, it's the effort that you need to make it through the competition.
There's a little switch there with the Frenchman trying to overpower Morris, but it didn't work.
Okay, Kaufraub, strong leg attack. Morris with a sweep, bringing his opponent to the mat. Not a clean enough technique, no score. Kaufraub with a roundhouse attack. Morris comes back with the knee.
Morris is trying to grapple with Kaufraub.
Another knee attack, another knee attack.
Still no decision. Both guys seem to be pretty well evenly matched here.
We're seeing a lot of basic technique, a lot of punishment going on. Morris coming back again and again with the tie kicks. Kaufraub's okay with that. He'll stay in and go blow for blow.
And that might be a mistake to do against this strong Caribbean champion. Still no score, still no leader between Jerry Morris and Ralph Cockrab.
It's the finals. Let's hear it for him, guys. Come on.
We're here. Oh, Kaufraub comes out strong. They're grappling. Both fighters fighting bare-chested, bare knuckle.
Pat, why do they take off their robes?
I think what they're trying to jack up a little more energy, a little more. Oh, strong knee attacks, driving those knees to the midsection.
Man, Morris is coming on strong with those knees to the front and to the back.
I think they're really cranking it up a notch from the second round. Oh, strong knee attack, tiny, thrown at the head. Like we saw earlier, the youngster just moving through all attacks, driving through the punches, driving through the
Morris is doing most of the punching here with his knees, and he's very effective, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on the Frenchman.
No, it's a strong young fighter moving through all those attacks. He's moving in, boom, another tie kick to the back. Coming in, exchanging punches, back to the knee attacks. As we saw so many times earlier, Kaufraub coming in, locking up, throwing the knee attack. Moving in this time, left, right to the body.
Kaufraub's punches are still way off to the left and way off to the right. I can't see him doing anything, wasting energy, but that doesn't seem to make any difference to this young fella. He still keeps coming, still keeps coming.
Yeah, I think the idea is throw a lot, sooner or later something's going to land. As long as he has the stamina, and he has the youth, he seems to have the stamina, it's going to work.
Those punches look crisp. Those knee kicks look crisp by the young Frenchman. The Morris is fighting back and seems to have himself under control, but he can't fight off Kaufraub.
Kaufraub's trying to close, and I think Morris might have him figured out here. He's stepping back, giving a little ground, and attacking with leg kicks. Coming up there with a knee, another knee.
And that's the end of the round.
No score, remember. No score. Evenly matched fight.
Round 4, and they're still going at it. The difference here, it seems to be that no matter what Morris does, the Frenchman keeps on coming.
Well, he seems to be driving him back now. A lot of strong punching attack. There you see a strong roundhouse kick to the leg. Kaufraub's giving
ground for the first time. The Frenchman is kind of falling back. He's falling back here, so Morris is hurting him.
That's right. We saw Morris with 2 knockouts earlier with his
there
hands.
Are punches to the body and to the face, and now the Frenchman is wheeling back, and I think Morris is going to get him now. The kicks are taking their toll. You see the Frenchman flinch at each time that Morris does his kicks. There's a left and a right, then the Frenchman turns his head. There's another left and a right. He's hurt now. Morris comes at him, but the Frenchman fights back. He's got Morris now locked against the ropes. The two fighters are fighting fiercely here, and Cockrab is for the first time looking like he's retreating. There goes Morris with a kick that had the most telling effect in this whole fight. Morris kicks again. He chases the Frenchman back into the ropes here.
Morris moving forward, big right hand, overhand right, another one, connects with the hook,
right to the jaw, a right hand that
snap kick to the body.
Cockrab. Now Cockrab seeking refuge. For the first time, he's retreating from his attack, but he comes back. He comes back, but yet Morris is too much for him.
Referee separates the fighters. Morris closing, Kaufraub giving ground. Leg attack.
And a right and a left and a right and a kick that makes an effect. There's a left and a right, and Cowcrob is draped over the ropes. He's seriously hurt now.
1-0 Morris over Cowcrob.
1-0. Oh, a right hand and a left and a right, and Cowcrob is draped over the ropes.
There's a towel in the ring. Cowcrob's corner is thrown in the towel. Technical knockout. Jerry Morris, the winner by technical knockout.
Jerry Morris, the winner, after a tough 4-round bout. It was only a 1-0 verdict before Cowcrob's corner threw in the towel. A terrific, terrific fight. The battle that seesawed in both directions.
At this point, Cowcrob's in trouble, taking a lot of punishment. Knee to the body, knee to the back, another knee to the kidneys, knee to the body. Morris is punishing him. He's trying to cover up high. Boom, takes a left and a right to the head. Body punches, right to the face, left hook to the face. And there's your champion. This year's 1995 Shidokan Open lightweight division champion, Jerry Morris out of St. Martin.
What a terrific effort put up by Raouf Cowcrob of France, a youngster who was the youngest participant in the tournament, who already pulled off the upset of the tournament and held his own up until the end against veteran Caribbean champion Jerry Morris. Morris, in fact, was the only fighter tonight to even make an indent on his kicks against the young Frenchman, and do that until later on in the round. But it was a combination of, I think, of good body punches and head punches that set up Cowcrob, and then weakened him with those kicks to the legs that had a telling effect and persuaded Cowcrob's corner to give it up.
Really can't take anything away from him. Cowcrob may not have won, but he certainly didn't lose here tonight.
Let's go back to lightweight championship bout.
Jerry Morris fought like a true champion tonight. There you see a big right hand, followed up with a pushing front kick to the midsection. A lot of good technique, really mixed it up. He was strong with his hands, as you see there. 1-2 combination, following up with tie knees. Strong with the legs, strong with the hands. Tremendous technique, tremendous fighting spirit.
Now let's go back to Lisa with our champion, Jerry.
Okay, we have Jerry Morris, the champion in the lightweight division at U.S. Shidokan Open. How do you feel?
I'm very glad. I mean, it ain't over till it's over, so even when I knew I was in the final, I knew he's lighter than me, and he doesn't look so vicious, but I don't look vicious either, you know, and he gave me a hard time, you know.
I guess that's why it's the lightweight division, though, right? Right? But you're definitely both strong fighters. Now, you do know that Patrick White, you do know Pat White, who was the champion last year, was injured this year, not able. You ready to come back and we'll have two champions next year? So we may have two champions going head-to-head.
Yeah, for sure. I know, I heard he was a good fighter, and it's too bad that I couldn't fight him in the final, but next time.
But next year.
Next year.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to you, Jerry.
Thank you very much.
So that does it for the 1995 U.S. Shidokan lightweight competition. Your lightweight champion, Saint Martin's Jerry Morris.
All over the world, representing the best in martial arts. They come to exhibit their skills and to represent the spirit of the samurai warrior. But most of all, they come to win. Tonight, 24 men have come to prove that they are the best martial artists on the planet in the 1996 U.S. Shidokan Open. It is the toughest ticket in town, and that's saying something in a city which features Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. Martial arts fans from all over North America coming to get a glimpse of the power and the fury of extreme full contact karate. are setting the Bismarck Palace in the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. This Art Deco design theater was built in 1926. It played a major role in the vaudeville circuit of the 30s and the 40s. After that, it became a movie theater and then a venue for boxing. And tonight, it plays host to the 6th annual U.S. Shidokan Open. The U.S. Shidokan Open is brought to you by Hawaiian Tropic. Hawaiian Tropic has a full line of high-quality sun care products for your every sun care need. Remember to be sun smart. By Sector Sports Watches, Italian design, Swiss-made, American attitude, built to withstand the rigors of extreme endeavor. By Hooters, delightfully tacky yet unrefined. And by the Chicago Fitness Center, home of U.S. Shidokan. Hello again, everyone. I'm Bruce Beck. Welcome to the 1996 U.S. Shidokan Open. Shidokan Karate is fast, it's furious, it's fabulous. And tonight we feature the best of the best. 4 past champions, representatives from 9 different countries. We open the evening with 24 fighters. We finish the night with only 3 men standing up. And that's because there are 3 different weight divisions. Lightweights, 155 pounds or less. Middleweights, 156 to 175. Heavyweights, 176 and heavier. Tournament structure is as follows in the quarters and the semis. 2 2-minute rounds, bare knuckle to start. Then 2 2-minute rounds, Thai boxing rules with 10-ounce gloves. And then 2 2-minute rounds, grappling permitted, submission rules apply, 5-ounce gloves permitted. Now, a fighter can win a bout by points or by decision. If he accumulates 6 points, he wins the match right then and there. If he scores more points than his opponent at the end of the required number of rounds, he wins as well. And if the score is tied, 5 scoring judges, 4 ringside, and 1 referee render a decision. Points are accumulated as listed below. My broadcast partner is a man who has captured 10 world kickboxing titles in 3 different weight divisions, also the star of 20-plus movies, the Dragon, Don Wilson. And Dragon, when you look at this field, what an international group we have.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys come from Australia, Japan, New Zealand, truly international.
What about the diversity of the disciplines?
Well, they've allowed each different style to enter this event. I mean, there's no restrictions as far as the style. But these guys can't just specialize in one style of fighting. Because of the nature of the event, they have to be great at full contact fighting, kickboxing, and grappling.
And Dragon, endurance is a key tonight because you've got to win 3 bouts in an evening.
Absolutely. And you know, the toughest part of this, I was a college wrestler, the toughest part is the grappling on the ground, and they saved that for last, so good luck.
Finally, what is the big difference here between this and the other fighting venues that we see around the world?
Well, this venue actually is, for me, it is a training tool. I mean, when you train for this, you're training for true self-defense. A lot of these other competitions, you can be good at one aspect of fighting and win, but not at the Shidokan Open.
So here's the way the lightweight division unfolds right now, with Jerry Morris taking on Kone, both victorious by first-round knockouts. And then it will be Mohamed Farsi against Pat White. So that's the way the semifinals unfold in the lightweight division. And Jerry Morris, Don the Dragon, certainly one that has to be reckoned with as the defending champion.
Absolutely. He won the 95 Shidokan Open, and he just won the ISKA Super Welterweight World Championship, which is a kickboxing championship, and so they fight 12 rounds, and he's in great shape.
Weight semifinals. In the first bout, Jerry Morris took on City Kone. Here's how they matched up. Morris, 7 years older than Kone, 2 inches taller, both weighed in at 154 pounds. Morris from St. Martin, Kone from Dreux, France. Here's the way Don the Dragon Wilson and I called it earlier tonight.
I don't know if that was a jump punch that he missed.
Well, I think he invented that one himself.
Good left hand scored by Morris. Kone with the low kick, keeping his opponent at bay. Morris counters. Good action here in the 4th round. Don't ever turn your back on a fighter, and Morris capitalizes.
This could be it.
Look out, Kone's in trouble.
If he doesn't answer a blow,
The referee can stop the fight. If he doesn't get up at 5, it's over.
The count is 5. It is over. A stunning combination by Jerry Morris. And he wins it in the 4th round with a KO. And I don't know what Kone was doing, turning his back.
I think he was trying to survive, but that's not the way to do it. Better to tie up your opponent than do that. Have turn away. That's where the inexperience came in. If he had been in that kind of position and learned how to survive, he could have gotten out of this. You see, he takes his shot, he takes his eye off Morris, and now he can't get back in there. He can't get back into the fight. He's afraid to look up. And you can't defend yourself if you can't see what's coming at you. Here it is again. He'll take a shot and turn his back here. Better to go towards your opponent and hold than this type of action right here. I think had this been a normal boxing match, it would have been stopped even earlier.
So it was the right hand that really started things off, this first right. And after that, he was running for cover, wasn't he?
He couldn't get out of this. He turned away and never got in a position to look back.
The final weight division, Jerry Morris taking on Mohamed Farsi. 9 rounds in the final if necessary. And here's the tale of the tape. Morris is the veteran, 8 years older than Farsi. He's got a 3-inch height advantage and tipped the scales 4 pounds heavier than his opponent. It's St. Martin versus France. Three 2-minute rounds. Kumite rules, 3 2-minute rounds. Thai boxing rules, 3 2-minute rounds. Grappling and submission rules. Morris coming off the 4th round KO over Sidney Coney, and Farsi with the 2nd round TKO over Pat White.
Remember, it was very controversial with White, and we knew that White was a little worse for the wear and tear from a previous bout. Not to take anything away from Farsi, he did a good job.
Couple of good low kicks by Morris, but Farsi pushes him off.
We've seen Morris start slow like this before tonight.
Another quick low kick by Jerry Morris. Another good kick. That went to the knee, and I think he felt it.
Right, a little bit above the knee, I think. It was a thigh, actually, a little bit above the knee. But, yeah, he felt it. It doesn't look like Morris has really put everything behind his offense just yet. He's still feeling him out. Takes his time.
Farsi with a kick to the head.
Morris acknowledged it. It was a pretty sneaky move.
Farsi from Paris, France. Morris from St. Martin, Netherlands Antilles. Low kick by Farsi. Then he kicks to the chest. Another knee by Farsi. Third man in the ring is Concho Soeno, the founder and grandmaster of Shidokan.
I'm impressed with Farsi. He's very methodical here. He throws the high kick, he steps inside and throws the knee.
No points awarded in the first round. There's a good look at Mohamed Farsi, born in Algeria. His home, Paris, France. Brown belt in Shidokan, also knows Thai boxing. Farsi, the champion of France Shidokan in the junior division, and trying to step up his honors tonight in the U.S. Shidokan Open for 96. The Hawaiian Tropic Girls are part of the festivities tonight. This is the big show of the year for Shidokan. They have their Team USA event in April. This is the international one, which brings together fighters from 9 different countries and quite an international contingent. And this is round 2.
I've been very impressed with the international flair they have here for the finals. I mean, in just about every case we have Americans and combatants from other countries fighting.
Quick kick by Farsi, not much doing. Jerry Morris counters.
You know, because of Morris's kickboxing background, his championship in the ISKA, I'm expecting him to come alive once he gets those gloves on.
Good low kick by Farsi. He countered with the kick of Morris nicely. Remember, Farsi is only 18 years of age. And he has a future in this sport. Low kick again by Morris.
Unlike the striking arts like boxing and kickboxing, there's not a lot of brain damage in this competition, which I like.
There's not the rapidity of blows to the head.
We do have the clean knockouts in Shidokan, but as the doctors have said, it's not the clean knockouts that score the brain damage or cause it. It's the repetitive blows to the head over a period of time.
The other thing is there's only a 5-second knockout rule, whereas you see 10 seconds in boxing. Therefore, the attendant can get there much quicker, too.
It's a better safety valve.
Morris with a bad miss there. Farsi with a knee to the stomach. I'm impressed with Farsi's guile. You know, for a young man, he has got great ring generalship.
I attributed some of his success to Pat White's fatigue, but it looks like he's very deserving of being here in the finals.
And when I talked to all the fighters from Paris and the interpreter this morning, they said, if there's one thing he is in terms of an attribute, vicious fighter was the term.
Vicious. I can't say that I've actually seen a lot of that from Farsi, but he has been methodical and he's been very professional and he's really looked really good here.
No score through 2. And now they don, well, actually they won't don the gloves until the 3rd round in this final. It can go as many as 9 rounds. And there's a look at the Grand Master, founder of Shidokan, Kancho Yoshiji Sowendo. Quite a man. Knee by Farsi.
Shueno began with Masoyama, one of the most famous full contact style karate instructors in Japan. And then he formed his own organization, I guess about 20 years ago.
That's exactly right, and broke away from the Kyokushin organization to form the WKA Shidokan, and he dedicated himself to the traditions or the ways of the samurai warrior.
And these guys have sure shown it here tonight.
They've all been warriors. Many in defeat as well as in victory.
But it takes a lot of honor to enter this event because they actually have to trust their opponents not to punch an elbow to the face in this first 3 rounds here.
They show the honor at the fighter meetings, at the rules meetings. Very polite in that respect. A knee by Farsi, but he's not getting a lot behind it, Dragon.
I have a feeling that Morris is kind of sandbagging here. He's taking his time. He's just waiting till they get those gloves on.
Morris has been very patient all evening. Short kick by each fighter. knee to the stomach by Farsi. None of these blows have really hurt the other guy.
Well, even if they had, as a fighter, you're trained not to show it. I mean, as best you can. These are the kind of blows that, like a body shot in boxing, they wear and tear in the later rounds. These knees to the arms, knees to the body, to the legs. There you see trying to sneak one to the back of the head there.
Oh, Farsi doing some damage on the inside.
I would say Farsi has the advantage in this this round. If I was going to score it, I'd have to give it to Farsi.
Couple of good knees towards the end of that round by Farsi.
And he almost stuck a kick in there. Very dangerous technique.
No scoring thus far. And in the final, as we go to the fourth round, it is Thai boxing rules time. They go to the 10-ounce gloves here. Punching to the face is permitted in rounds 4, 5, and 6. No leg strikes to the groin, knees, spinal cord, or kidneys. You can't grab in that 3-second time limit. No submission holds. And no guillotines. And no scoring thus far through the first 3 rounds. Kind of like a chess match.
These guys have got a lot of things on their mind, Bruce. They're thinking about the injuries that we probably don't know about, and the sore spot out, and how much energy they've got left, as well as what we're watching in the ring.
Farsi is a full contact karate champ, a Thai boxing champ, and a kickboxing champ, so he's not about to roll over here just because Jerry Morris, the defending champion, has got the gloves on him. Farsi comes firing out of the corner with a combination, first gloves, then leg.
He's definitely not going to concede these next few rounds.
Good kick by Farsi. Jerry Morris lands a left hook.
Left hook. He stunned him. He hit him high on the head.
That's it. It's over. Oh, my. Dragon predicted it. Give Morris the gloves and he would take over. He did.
I don't think Farsi's altogether even now. He seems a little disoriented.
A KO in the 4th round. And now he's been overruled, and only 3 points for Morris. Oh my, the bizarre.
Well, it looked like a case where the judges overruled the referee and said that he was not totally out.
Well, he was back at his feet, wasn't he? Within 5 seconds.
He was up at probably 2 seconds. Well, you know, this is an evolving sport. Things are changing from year to year, and even in the middle of a match. I mean, it is a living, breathing entity.
Well put. Morris can end it, however, with one more good, clean knockdown.
Right. It probably will end up being the same kind of an outcome the way it looks. Morris is definitely superior with the hands here with these gloves. He's going to take one more shot, and I think that would finish it.
And he looks real smooth now, real comfortable. Another good left hook, follows it up with a kick. Farsi is definitely on clear street. Morris with a good left.
Well, Morris has landed lefts and rights. It's only a matter of time.
Farsi is defenseless now. Morris coming in to end it.
Well, he's fighting back. I mean, he's still clear-eyed. I mean, I wouldn't say he's out of it yet. In fact, he landed a good shot on Morris for that right there.
So Farsi, all of a sudden, you're right, showing a little bit of clarity in the head.
A lot of that could be youth. You know, he is a young guy. And nothing against old fighters, but these young guys recuperate faster.
But Jerry Morris is finding the range, and he lands at will. So the round ends with 3 points for Morris. A bit frustrated, I believe, because they said it was over, and then it was changed. So they go to a 5th round with Morris ahead 3-0.
You know what I really like about these athletes, these Shidokan athletes? I think in just about any other sport, you'd hear all kinds of complaining coming out of Morris's corner, but not a peep. I mean, it looked like he was going to be declared the winner, and then the referee literally changed his mind.
A textbook left hook, watch it.
There it goes. And actually, it was a counter left. He was stepping in with the right, had extended it, and then got caught with the left. Here comes a right. Well, I think this is a different shot. There it is. He stepped in with the right, caught the left.
So Morris is ahead 3-0, looking for the championship, needs 3 more points. He won the title in '95, born in St. Nicholas, Aruba, now living in St. Martin.
Well, he's won it the last 3 years, hasn't he? Morris, he's won
just last year. You're thinking,
oh,
London, there he goes down. If that's 3, it's over. It is over.
That's it.
Good night. He's won the last 2 now, Dragon.
Big left hook. And on that one, Farsi was coming ahead. He walked right into it. Literally, as they say, he walked into the left hook.
KO in the 5th for Jerry Morris. He's got the title again. So it was just a matter of time, and whether they stopped it in the 4th or 5th didn't really matter, because once they picked up the gloves, it was Morris who dominated after kind of a lackluster first 3 rounds.
I think that was his part of his strategy, though. I don't think he thought he would dominate with the full contact karate style rules. He was waiting for the kickboxing rules, and he made it paid off.
Here's a look at how it ended.
You'll see Farsi coming in, walking right into it. There he goes.
That left hook was actually better because it was thrown from closer to his body. The other one was way outside.
Yeah, kind of a looping left.
Yeah, it
this
was.
One is a little tighter. Here it goes. Picture perfect. Picture perfect.
Let's go to Pat Giuliano. Pat, with our champion.
We're not only our lightweight Shidokan champion, but our defending from last year lightweight Shidokan champion. Jerry, congratulations.
Thank you.
3 tremendous knockouts in your 3 bouts. Was it more difficult, you think, to hold on to your title this year, or to compared to last year?
It was more difficult to hold on to my title. When I came for the first time, it was all of nothing, all or nothing. But this time I was champion, so a lot of people expected a lot from me. And I proved to be a good champion.
You sure did. What can we expect from you in the future? Are you going to be back again?
I'm going to be back because it's a great tournament.
You do a tremendous job. It's great to watch.
Yeah, but the people here are great, and that's why, you know, they really pull me back. You know, the people, they really support me.
I think you're developing a lot of fans here in Chicago. Please come back again.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Bruce, back to you.
All right, so Jerry, with class as usual, accepts the accolades that go with being a champion at the U.S. Shidokan Open.
Match features Heiko Elholm from Germany against Jerry Morris from Holland.
Red gets one away.
Jerry Morris wins by a stunning knockout.
comes in from Canada, 20 years old, 5'8", 154. He'll be going against the defending champion, Jerry Morris, from St. Martin, 27 years old, 5'9", 152. Jerry Morris is a specialist in Muay Thai, and he has been very successful in that for the last 2 years. Twice the defending champion, and now he's on the right of your screen. On the left, Reno Belcastro, a very active, swift, and effective fighter that we saw in his quarterfinal match in a victory over Jean-Marc Bedeau.
Belcastro won by a knockout, or the equivalent thereof. He got a 6-point takedown in round 2 in his semifinal match against Jean-Marc Bedeau. Looked quite impressive. Jerry Morris will have his hands full here.
Well, Morris was equally, if not more, impressive with a huge roundhouse kick to the head of Heiko Elholm to win his match very early on. So this all really is could be a first fight for Jerry Morris. In all effects, he hardly went 2 rounds.
I would look for Belcastro to do well here in the first few rounds. Jerry Morris says that Muay Thai is his strength. He likes to get into rounds 3 and 4 and then go for his knockouts. Doesn't feel quite as comfortable with the full contact karate. The first 2 may be more the strength of Reno Belcastro.
Morris loves to feel out his opponent in a classic boxing style, even though it can be very dangerous in the Shidokan tournament. He has been very, very effective that way, learning about his opponent, figuring out what it is that will take an opponent down. And so far, nobody's been able to figure out what will do the same to him.
Well, Belcastro's got some good ideas. That roundhouse kick was very fast and on target. Had it hit Morris in the side of the head, it may have taken him down. Morris very adeptly redirected it over his head with his left hand. Now those short kicks to the legs by Belcastro are designed to take Morris's attention low. He'll be looking to come up high with a punch or a roundhouse kick.
You saw Jerry Morris right there inadvertently throw a punch to the head of Reno Belcastro and then taken down. He did apologize, and they may issue a warning to Jerry Morris for that punch illegally in the first round. Beginning of the second round, Jerry Morris, left of your screen, Reno Belcastro from Canada, the right of your screen. Brought that kick down Belcastro did with a heel first, an axe kick.
Very nicely executed so far.
Yeah.
In these first 2 rounds, Belcastro has the edge. Morris not looking all that comfortable early in this fight, but certainly his record speaks for itself. The champion in this division in the last 2 years, 95 and 96.
When he comes on very quickly.
Something we don't see a lot in Shidokan fighting. Spinning hook kick by Belcastro, off the mark.
Not a lot of kicks coming from Jerry Morris. And I'm surprised at that. Again with the heel and the axe.
Now that throwdown by Morris doesn't get him any points, but it does mean that Belcastro's got to expend energy getting up off the mat. Takes a little out of him to hit the canvas, a little bit to get up. And that'll pay off later in the fight.
Part of the fascinating aspect of Shidokan is you get a fighter like Belcastro who seems very comfortable in these open hand, kumite type rules, and then you've got Jerry Morris who may be more comfortable with the Muay Thai fight, seeing how long he can hold him off till he gets to his specialty.
I think Morris is saving himself for the next 2 rounds when he's fighting with gloves Muay Thai rules.
Now, and at the same time, he's wearing down Belcastro to get him into those gloves. That is the end of the second round, and they will take the tops off and put on the gloves. Let's take a look at some action from the last round.
This is one of the 2 axe kicks that Belcastro attempted in that round. That was the first one and the one that landed. The side of the heel, the side of the head of Morris. No real damage.
Ready now for round 3, the first of 2 rounds of Muay Thai kickboxing. The face becomes a target. This is supposedly Jerry Morris's specialty. We expect him to excel if he's going to tonight in these 2 rounds. But right now, he's taking a beating from Reno Belcastro, though not much damage done.
Well, Belcastro is doing the best thing he could do under these circumstances, and that is stay aggressive. If he lets Morris set him up, Morris's experience in this type of fighting is going to give him the edge.
It seems to me, though, Mike Sawyer, that Jerry Morris comes into these 2 rounds not with a head of steam or a head of confidence either.
He seems very laid back. I don't know if he's maybe a little overconfident or if he just wants to save himself a little for these later rounds.
It is so vital to a Shidokan champion to save his energy early on, but at the same hand, you've got to work your way to the final.
I'm impressed with the stamina of Belcastro. He's been very active so far in this fight. He's hardly breathing hard at all.
Jerry Morris stunned Belcastro with that right hand. A swift kick to the left leg hurt Belcastro, and he came through with a straight right.
1 point for Jerry Morris.
And the spinning hook kick attempt by Belcastro.
There he goes. Oh. The right hand from standing still from Jerry Morris put Belcastro on his butt.
That's what Jerry Morris has been waiting for. A chance to land those big punches and big kicks.
Here he comes alive. Here is the real Jerry Morris.
Belcastro fighting back gamely, but he's hurt. Punches don't quite have the power they did earlier in the round.
A good round for Jerry Morris.
But Jerry Morris just waited for the right moment. It was actually 2 right hands. The first one stunned Belcastro. That was on the side of the jaw. That's the place a fighter does not want to be hit, on the pointer side of the jaw. The second punch is the one that put him on the canvas, but the first one did the damage. Morris gained 3 points on the knockdown. He had 1 point from techniques earlier in that round, so he is now ahead 4-0.
4th round of this fight, Belcastro again comes out with that axe kick and misses entirely this time.
Belcastro still does not appear to have all his wits about him. He's way off target with those 2 kicks.
Another stiff right. 1 point for Morris.
Well-placed right hand by Morris with a front kick right afterwards.
And he is 1 point away from victory. It takes 6 to win.
Morris did pick up another point with that combination. It's now 5-0 for Jerry Morris.
And down goes Belcastro. They will count him out.
That will be it.
And that is all. He was going to get the point for the 6th point and victory anyway, but it acts as a TKO. Jerry Morris, the defending champion, defeats Reno Belcastro and moves through into the finals one more time with a chance to defend. We are ready for lightweight division final. In the red corner, Pascal Lafleur from Paris, France, 23 years old. He's 5'10", 143 pounds, a specialist in Shidokan. In the white corner, Jerry Morris, the defending champion twice from St. Martin in the Caribbean, 27 years old, 5'9", 151 weighed in, a Muay Thai specialist. It should be a terrific fight. Morris on the left of your screen, Lafleur on the right of your screen as we begin. We expect to see Jerry Morris with a slow start, feeling out his opponent, quickly throwing Lafleur, trying to work him down. You see the face that tells the story of Lafleur. He has been through so much in the preliminary rounds.
Pascal Lafleur has had 2 tough fights tonight getting to these finals. Most notably, his 7th round TKO win over C.D. Cohn in the semifinals to get to this finals match against Jerry Morris.
And it's amazing how Morris will just flip a switch. Oftentimes it's during the Muay Thai. We have 3 rounds of the Kumite bare-fisted rules, full contact, no punches to the face. 3 rounds of Muay Thai and 3 rounds of grappling.
These first 3 rounds include no hand techniques to the face. They cannot punch to the face at all. Elbow strikes and knee strikes to the body, knee strikes to the face, kicks to the body and face. Kicks to the legs can also be delivered.
Coming in as the 2-time defending champion gives Jerry Morris a huge mental edge on Pascal Lafleur. Lafleur knows he's got to be careful very early on, but if he's read the book on Morris, he knows perhaps he can get to him early on, if he's going to get to him ever.
Morris says this is not his most comfortable style of fighting. He likes the Muay Thai rounds. That's the style he practices most of the time at his home school or dojo in the Dutch Antilles.
2-minute rounds all night long.
Morris going up top with a roundhouse kick, just barely blocked by Lafleur.
The one advantage that Morris does have is he comes in with minimal rounds under his belt in the previous fights, and he can open up some old cuts that perhaps would have caught Lafleur in a problem earlier on. Fighters now into the 2nd round.
Morris looking early on like he wants to be a little more active in this round. Either he spotted a weakness of Lafleur's or he wants to try to take something out of Lafleur before they get to the Muay Thai rounds.
With the Muay Thai training, Morris knows the importance of trying to take out the legs of his opponent as quickly as possible. Swelling over the left eye of Pascal Lafleur, and that could create a problem in this scheduled 9-rounder. But he does get to Morris with the heel.
Again, we note that Lafleur has fought a dozen rounds through the preliminaries and semifinals. Morris has only fought 6 rounds.
Knee strike to the ribs of Lafleur. Could come back to haunt Lafleur later. Didn't do much damage at this point.
Again, the high roundhouse kick by Morris.
And that's how he ended his first fight today. Heiko Elholm was a victim of that, and it came just that quickly. Put Elholm down to the canvas. He was never to come up.
One of the most stunning knockouts in the preliminary semifinal rounds is Jerry Morris's knockout of Ekholm. Roundhouse kick to the side of the neck. Ekholm dropped like a stone, didn't get off the canvas for almost a minute.
Couple of punches to the midsection. Finishes round 2. Action in round 3 begins. Jerry Morris, the 2-time defending champion, still standing. And that is Pascal Lafleur, the man who is trying to dethrone Morris from St. Martin in the Dutch Antilles.
Both fighters pounding in some leg kicks. Lafleur's getting the worst of it. And Lafleur takes a roundhouse kick, just glanced high on the temple. No real damage. You see Morris grabbing, trying to hold Lafleur so he can come up top with that roundhouse kick. You can grab with one or both hands in these first 3 rounds, but you have to follow up with something within 3 seconds or the referee will break you.
Pascal caught Morris with a stiff right hand to the sternum. Morris considers himself a quick study of an opponent. And to be able to be a quick and effective study, you have to know so many techniques and realize the importance of each. And he's certainly a very accomplished Shidokan artist.
13 years of martial arts study for Jerry Morris. 27 years old.
Always been training for competition as well. Morris covering up on that close exchange. Shows that he does have respect for Pascal Lafleur.
Lafleur at 23 doesn't have as many years in it as Morris, but has had a very successful competition career. He is a Shidokan stylist. He's very comfortable with the style of fighting we have in these first 3 rounds.
No points awarded on that throw by Lafleur. And that is the end of round 3. When we come back, it's Muay Thai action. Round 4 now, Muay Thai action, and this is where we have seen Jerry Morris really excel. It's his specialty, and you see right from the get-go a stiff right to the face of Lafleur.
Lafleur down already from a roundhouse kick to the head, high up on the head.
There's the right, exactly what he did in an early fight.
Well, the referee bought his story the first time that he slipped, but not the second time. 2 points have been awarded to Jerry Morris on those knockdowns.
And down with the left. Pascal Lafleur is wobbling, but he's standing.
Lafleur is in real trouble. When he went down, there was a vacant look in his eyes. He will not be the same, at least for the rest of this round.
A 3-point technique for Morris. There's the right. That should end it. That does end it. Pascal Lafleur could not react. And Jerry Morris is a 3-time champion in the lightweight.
3 knockdowns in that round for Jerry Morris. The last one put Lafleur down again, but it was really the second one that took everything that Lafleur had in him out. He still has a 1,000-yard stare. Doesn't look like he quite knows where he's at.
What courage it took for Pascal Lafleur to get this far and to fight in this finals. He shows tremendous courage, and I'm sure Jerry Morris has all of his respect.
1 minute into the 4th round. KO for Jerry Morris.
Let's take a look at the first knockdown.
This is the roundhouse kick up high on the head. Just glanced off the top. Now Lafleur petitioned to the referee that it was a slip. Got away with that one, but quickly went down again from a right hand, and then 2 more times.
And there is Jerry Morris looking as fresh. I'd say he's going to look fresh. I'd say as fresh as you can after a final, but he looks fresh no matter how much he has fought. He has come in here knowing what he had to do. He's taken the experience from the first 2 fights, the first 2 championships, and he used it to good stead tonight.
Jerry Morris's kicks and punches to the head of Lafleur, what ended this fight. Very accurate and strong with all those techniques. Going to the body, big left hook to the face. That's the one that took everything out of Lafleur. After that, he was not the same fighter. This last right hand put Pascal Lafleur down for good, but it was over long before that. Jerry Morris, all his fights tonight, wins by knockout.
We will be back with more from Park West in Chicago and the U.S. Shidokan Open in just a moment.
We begin the lightweight quarterfinals with the following pairings: Jerry Morris versus Giga Koradze, Johann Mueller versus Peter Angerer, Kenichi Sato versus Pascal Lafleur, and Reno Belcastro versus Frank Payne.
The first 2 rounds will be bare knuckle full contact karate. There is no face punching, there is no grappling. You're allowed to hold for 3 seconds. One point is given for a stunning blow, that which stuns an opponent or stops his forward momentum. 1 point is also given for a clean throw in which the thrower stays in control. 3 points is scored to anyone who's struck with a blow and is dropped to one knee or both knees but rises before the count of 5. A knockout is when someone is struck with a legal technique and does not rise after the 5 count. First person to score 6 points wins his fight. Victories can also be established by a lock or choke in the last 2 rounds, in the grappling round. In the last 2 rounds, 15 seconds are allowed to grapple using submissions or chokes to effect a victory. Ladies and gentlemen, first fight of our quarterfinals. And again, be advised, many of these fighters have fought earlier today. Here we go. Jerry Morris in the red corner, Giga Korzidza in the white. Again, in the bare knuckle rounds, emphasis is placed on body shots, low kicks, knees. Grabbing and holding is only allowed for 3 seconds. You're like a fighter, cheer him on. Professional martial artists and competitors, fighters from around the world, testing their skill and mental against each other. Nice hand combination by Goga Gazidza. Jerry Morris setting his stuff up. Low kicks by Jerry Morris, body shots by Gazidza. Low kick by Morris. Another low kick by Gazidza. Firing kicks back and forth, trading blows. High kick by Gazidza, but blocked by Morris. No point scored. Round kick, another round kick by Gazidza, countered by Morris. Referee breaks him. Your referee for tonight's bout is former Shidokan champion, Rafael Linares. Low kick by Morris. Another low kick by Morris. Nice combination by Gazidza. Gazidza is from the Georgian Republic. And Jerry Martin is from Holland. Big round kick blocked by Jerry Morris. Round 1 finished.
Styles of fighting combined into one tournament, progressive evolution of the sport. Eastern European red, Thai kickboxing.
Round 2, here we go. Jerry Morris from Holland. Giga Kodzidza from the Republic of Georgia. We have over 20 countries participating from all 6 different continents in tonight's event. And this, without a doubt, is the largest international competition in this country. All professional fighters here for one goal, the title of World Shidokan Open Champion. Both struggling, working to fire that knee, train control. Again, they're allowed 3 seconds to grapple, fire whatever ones they can in those 3 seconds. Morris misses with a kick, Koziza misses with a kick. Both of these are lightweights. 156 pounds and under. Nice knee by Koziza, blocked by Jerry Morris. Both looking, circling, waiting to set up. Morris throws kick, blocks. Koziza throws a kick, gets blocked. Another round kick by Koziza. Jerry Morris wearing the black belt with the red behind it. Koziza wearing no belt. Koziza misses a knee. Koziza firing that knee, trying to get control of Morris. Morris slipping out. Again, training roundhouse kicks again. Both throwing them hard, both blocking. Into round two. Again, fighters many times opt to take the karate pants off and leave the Thai boxing shorts on. Traditional Thai boxing is done in short boxer-like shorts. The next two rounds, second phase. All rules apply above, plus with the addition of the boxing gloves, punching to the face becomes legal. Round three. So far, there's no score. Score is 0-0. Here we go. Goes the jabs. Morris covers. Jab cross hook combination. Jab by Goziza. Morris coming in with a jab, low kick. Goziza follows with another punch. Goziza fires rear leg round kick. Big hook, cross. Both firing low kicks, punch combinations. Godziza fires through another three-punch combination. Morris plotting, waiting, picking his time, fires a low kick. Another low kick by Morris. Two-punch combinations by Godziza. Push kick by Godziza. Morris covering, plotting in. Godziza fires with a knee and another knee. Morris fires back, both tying up. Another knee by Morris. Trading back and forth, solid competitors. Strong. Here we go. Godziza moving around, setting up his stuff. Waiting. Nice inside low kick. Another inside low kick. Missed, blocked by Godziza. Strong punch combination by Godziza. Morris absorbs it, comes on in. Moving forward. Nice low kick by Morris. Fires a quick combination. 3 seconds, ref breaks it. 3 seconds, only. Jab by Godziza. Low kick by Morris. Another low kick by Godziza. Big combination. Fire finished with a low kick by Morris. Morris misses with both punch and kick. Godziza comes in, plotting, trying to work a knee to the body. Morris moving in. Godziza plotting, trying to get his distance. Godziza misses with the right, fires with a knee. Morris comes back with a knee. 3 second hold. Ref breaks it. Big round kick, catches on the arms. End of round three. We go to round four, phase two. Round four coming up. Here we go, round four. Here we go. Godziza fires a hand combination, finishes with a roundhouse kick. Morris inside, absorbing the blows. Godziza firing a knee, Morris firing a knee. Knees back and forth. Referee gets in and breaks him. Big punch combination. Firing punches back and forth. Morris throws. Godziza throws. Trying to set up a skip punch off the lead hand. Misses. Big right hand by Godziza, turns Morris around. Morris back in control. Godziza just misses a knee after hand combination. Morris stepping in. Fighters break, trying to wrestle through. Referee breaks it. Morris slips the punch. Ref breaks him. Godziza slightly unorthodox style, having that lead hand low, trying to plod with it. Morris much more traditional. Big overhand right, catches, plows him into the ropes. Nothing scored. A traditional Thai technique of catching the leg and driving your opponent into ropes, firing knees. Inside low kick by Morris, caught and blocked by Morris. Godziza firing another round kick. Ref rules it a slip. Godziza opens up with a jab. Inside low kick, another round kick. Kojitsa throws a real leg ground kick. Morris absorbs it. Morris throws an inside low kick, front kick, throws in a crunch combination, they tie up. Morris whips him through the ropes. Morris getting a little frustrated now. The unorthodoxness of his opponent. Again, Morris using his strength to set his opponent up, and that's it. End of round 4. The beginning of round 5. We go to the small 5-ounce finger gloves. In this round, you're allowed 15 seconds of grappling and floor work. That means for 15 seconds, they could tie up and apply a choke or some type of submission hold, be it a leg lock, knee lock, or arm bar. The gloves are half the weight of the kickboxing gloves, so when they hit, it's a lot harder on each opponent. 2 more rounds of this. Phase 3. Grappling is now included. Jerry Morris, former champion from St. Martin, now living in Holland. Giga Kojitsa from the Republic of Georgia. We're about to start round 5. Round 5, a 6-round event. The grappling round, small, 5-ounce fingered gloves. Grappling allowed. Here we go. Jerry throws the right hand, both punches furiously. Jerry plotting in, trying to set his punch. Kojitsa coming back. Good right hand by Morris. Another left hand. Morris firing hard, trying to get in there and squelch his opponent. He gets in behind him, he tries to apply choke. He's working it down, he brings him down. He's working it, trying to choke. He's working. He's trying to get the choke. And that's it. Submission. He wrapped his arm around his neck and attempted to choke him out. That's it, he did it. Jerry Morris. By submission, wrapped that arm around the neck, put it in a position, made his opponent tap out. If our opponent, if Giga Kojitsa did not tap out, the blood flow to his brain would slow enough to make him pass out, rendering him unconscious. The equivalent of a knockout. Again, you better be good at all 3 skills. Full contact karate, kickboxing, and grappling. That's why this is a triathlon of martial arts. Okay, our next quarterfinal lightweight fight from South Africa, Johan Mueller.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free? And the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weight World Shidokan Championship. The principals. In the red corner, from Aruba in the Dutch Antilles, now residing in Amsterdam, Holland. 140 pounds, 6 feet tall, 28 years old, practicing the Muay Thai style, 14 years experience, 49 victories, 7 defeats, 25 of those victories by the knockout. The 1995 U.S. Shidokan champion, the 1996 U.S. Shidokan champion, and the 1997 U.S. Shidokan champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Morris. the blue corner, from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, weighing 154 pounds, 5 feet 8 inches tall, 20 years of age, a kickboxing record of 16 victories without a defeat, a bare knuckle total record of 44 victories, only 4 losses, 25 of those victories by the knockout. He's been training since he was 4 years old. He is the ultimate test Kyokushin champion and the United States Kyokushin champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Reno Belcastro. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, 2-time U.S. Shidokan champion, Rafael Linares.
Cheer 'em on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Pump these fighters up. This is the last fight. 9 rounds if it goes the distance. 3 bare knuckle, 3 kickboxing, 3 grappling. No point. No point awarded. End of round. Score is 0-0 after the first round. Seconds out. Round 2. Score is 0-0. Round. After the end of 2 rounds, no score. As a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, in the finals, it's 9 rounds, 3 rounds of each phase, 9 rounds in the final. That's why this is the triathlon of martial arts. Round 3. No point. End of round. Score is 0-0 at the end of 3. Thai boxing rules. 10-ounce gloves, no shirt. Let's hear it for the Admiral. And the girls from the Admiral. Seconds out. Round 4. Both fighters are showing the effects of the fights earlier this evening. That's it. Technical knockout. The winner from Holland, Jerry Morris.
Jerry, which phase of the martial arts in this fight tonight are you especially adept at? What you prefer?
Thai boxing. I prefer Thai boxing. All I can say is a great tournament. It's a great tournament. It's the fourth time that I'm back, and it keeps getting harder. But the stronger my opponents, the greater the victory.
Have you changed your workout habits to prepare for something like this from the first time you came here?
Since my first fight in 1995, my preliminary fight, that's the second I changed my habit. I started to fight smarter. So not hard on hard, you know, stone to stone, but smart. And so far it's been successful.
Well, strategy and skill helped you tonight. Your 1998 lightweight world U.S. Shidokan champion, Jerry Morris.